Good morning all and welcome to calendar week 17 newsletter / podcast. April showers make Mayflowers. Also, cold piggies, wet feet and frozen season. This week at the barracks we have a lot to do. In fact, from here on in, as soon as the weather stops being all Aprily, it's going to be all hands to the deck. Or dreck if you prefer. It's semi-mind-blowing how much there is to be done, but also extremely gratifying that, in the breaks of the grotty early spring weather, even if I might sometimes tend towards a sloth-like apathy and a bear-like attraction to my winter bed, any time before we hit a steady 14-15 degrees, I've actually made some pre-season progress in some useful areas of prep. The grass isn't too wild, the soft groups are mostly in order, and the expansions have mostly been dug. The vineyard, pumpkin patch and vegetable garden have all been gently massaged with the racks of 10-inch knives under the loving wheels of Mr Rotovator. This week I got the rest of the summer wheat into the pumpkin patch, and the vineyard has been at least partially spread with muck. Most things which should have made it into pots by now are in pots. It's all looking actually okay for this time of year. But now it's time to really get cracking with some proper hard work, just until summer. In summer we take it a little easier, especially if we got enough prep done in spring. It looks like tonight is going to drop to about -5 again, so our first priority for today is to make sure that everything in the polytunnel is suitably protected. I have large amounts of cardboard, expanded polystyrene and bubble wrap, which will all be put to good use. After tonight, it looks like we might have a couple of warmer rain and snow-free days, which would be lovely. If that happens, then so shall this. First rain-free day. Plant out the lettuces to the polytunnel. Sow in pots all the rest of everything which needs to be sown in pots, which is mostly greens and cabbage family. Final touches to the pig house Mark III. Build a base for the beehives. And add rocks to the tomato house foundations. Second rain-free day. Mow everything. I've never actually mown the entire barracks in a single day before. It'll be fun to see how long it takes, including breaks for cups of tea. Pour the concrete foundations for the tomato house. Third rain-free day, and onwards. Optimism central around here. Sow all the rest of the potatoes. Choppy-chop the vineyard again. So many thousands of sweet corn and fodder mangold seeds. Clear the bean break, build the bean gate, and the small job of build a tomato. By which time it will be May. I know I always call for restraint in spring. It is another 3 weeks until the ice saint days after all. But it is awful tempting to not get left behind. Also this year, in stark contrast to the hindrances of last year, it really feels like the year where much pushing into the future will be achieved. So, I guess I'd better go and get on with it. Until next time, much love to each and every one of you, and I hope to see you at the barracks at some time this year. Your Pirate Ben. XO. XO.